What's going on, guys? So this is a pretty exciting video. I have here one of Gavko's production versions of the Thresher. All right, if you remember Gavko from YouTube, I mean, he's very active on Instagram, and a lot of you guys who are in the knife scene already know that. But if you've seen him on YouTube before and you were like, what happened to him? He's working hard. He's a very hardworking man, and he is very much on Instagram if you want to follow him. And I was following him, and I saw he actually posted on YouTube on his channel for the first time in a long time about this drop that's coming up. So this is a Gavko Thresher, but it's a production version, all right, that was made for mass drop. So it's a mass drop limited knife. It's specifically made by We Knives, all right? So if you're familiar with We Knives and their quality and stuff, totally top notch. That's the actual manufacturer of these knives. But again, for mass drop, you know, with a collaboration with Gavko. This one is specifically the big eye. There's a couple different, you know, handle styles, and you could see his video on YouTube about all this stuff too, but a couple different finishes. But specifically the one we're looking at here is the big eye, which is this scallop pattern all around, right? It's also, you know, on the spacer here on the back. Just really beautiful. Absolutely love this. And more specifically, the finish is the shark skin, which is this gray finish. All right, now the Threshers start at $179, but there's a bunch of different options you can get. Most of the options are like $20 more. So I would say the vast majority of these Threshers are $199. And you're talking titanium here. Well, first off, you're talking of a Gavko design, which is awesome. I've always been a huge fan of his work. But full titanium, S35 VN. For our blade steel here, it's flat ground. It's kind of a clip point, buoy combination. Very, very familiar with a lot of his different work. Just absolutely beautiful. Amazing, amazing point in this thing, all right? And the blade is just all belly. It's one constant curve with a ridiculously scary sharp point. I know Gavko has always been all about that point, and the idea is if that point is too fine for you, you're not using your knife properly. If you snap that off, you know, you're using the wrong tool. But it is scary sharp, scary pointy, awesome, awesome design. This is super, super smooth. Oh my God, this thing is running on a caged bearing, ceramic ball bearing system. It is ridiculously smooth, especially for a production knife. It's ridiculous. Perfect lockup as well. No play in any direction. There is a hardened steel insert here for that lock face. And you can see the hardware right there for it. Fit and finish is done extremely well. Like I said, I've been very impressed with We Knives to begin with, but seeing you know, Mike's design, it really is out of this world. It's extremely exciting. I mean, this is a seriously, seriously nice knife, especially for that price tag. The only negative thing since carrying this for 2 days is sometimes I slip off that thumb stud. All right, it's not a huge deal. There is actually a knurling pattern, but it's also coated, so it ends up being a little bit smooth. All right, so that's the only thing is sometimes I don't quite grip it right. And I'm sure if I carry this all the time for weeks on end, I would get over that, but just that's my initial impressions, is a little bit slick on the thumb studs. But man, what a beautiful knife. Pocket clip is absolutely perfect. I really love the design here too, and that it tapers down where it's mounted, gets a little bit wider, so you have more of a paddle on the end there. But perfect tension on that, carries beautifully in the pocket. Just awesome. Absolutely awesome knife. 4.9 ounces. All right, again, titanium is going to make it a little bit lighter. There is a difference too. This is the middle ground. The big eye is the middle ground at 4.9 ounces. I think one of the patterns is just over 5, and one of them's like a hair under this. All right, so they're all going to be very, very similar, but you can look at the specs more specifically for that. Now, something else to mention real quick. I believe that he said that the production versions will not be drilled and tapped on both sides, just because it kind of ruins the aesthetics a little bit. So the majority of them will be righty, and then this front scale should just be, you know, just how you see it without the holes here. But he will have lefty options. So if you want to get one that's lefty specific, the pocket clip will be mounted on here, and I don't believe there's going to be any holes on the other side as well. All right, so it'll be righty or lefty specific as opposed to, you know, swappable. But again, I mean, you know for sure watching his video on that. It's just something I remember him talking about a little bit. So that's pretty much it, guys. Just another close-up shot. What a beautiful knife. What an awesome design. What a great guy. What an awesome opportunity. Honestly, I know so many people out there that love his stuff, but you know, they can't afford to go over the money for some of the customs that he offers. So now you have a more affordable option. If you guys get in on the drop beforehand, let me know down in the comment section what combination or which version you get. But I am a sucker for the stonewash, and I do think that the Big Eye is a really cool, you know, simple design flair there, you know, compared to like the standard. But awesome. So that's it. Let me know your opinions down below. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. I'll see you soon. Take care.